Okay guys, in today's lesson we are going to look at atoms, elements, compounds and molecules. This is the first lesson which we are going to cover in this topic. Our topic today, we are going to describe an atom and its structure. We are also going to describe the atomic structure. We are going to explain what mass number and proton number is. We are also going to explain how to calculate mass number. Okay, let's go into the topic. An atom. An atom is the smallest particle of an element which takes part in a chemical reaction. Okay, if we were to be asked what is an atom is simply the smallest part of an element which takes part in a chemical reaction. This is the simple definition which we can cover. We can look at. Now we are going to look at particles of an atom. Atoms are made up of three fundamental particles. These are proton, the neutron, and the electron. These three particles are found in the atom. An atom has a central body, which is called the nucleus, which is made up of the protons and neutrons. This nucleus is found in the center of an atom. When you draw an atom, it is found in the center of an atom. And then we have electrons. Electrons revolve around the nucleus like planets revolve around the sun. The path by which these electrons take in are referred to as shells or energy levels. Each of the three fundamental particles of an atom differs from the other by possessing certain characteristics in terms of mass and electrical charge. The proton has a unit positive electrical charge and a mass of 1. The neutron has no charge and its mass is almost equal to that of a proton, such that it is also taken as being 1. The electron has a unit negative charge and has approximately 1840 electrons, have the same mass as one proton. Electrons are said to have zero negligible mass. So, this is the structure of an atom. If we can look at this part here, that's the nucleus, which is made up of the proton and the neutrons. And if we see these star-like which are around the nucleus, those are electrons. And these rings which are around the nucleus, those are shells, also known as energy levels. Okay, after we look at it, we are now going to move to the characteristics of atomic particles. We are going to have a table which will explain the characteristics of the atomic particles. Okay, that's the table there. We have particle, symbol, relative mass or atomic mass unit, and relative charge. We have a particle which is proton. Its symbol is P and its relative mass or atomic mass unit is 1, and the relative charge is positive 1. Neutrons, its symbol is N. Its relative mass or atomic mass unit is 1, and its relative charge is 0. In short, it has no charge. And then we go to electrons. Electrons, its relative mass is approximately 1840, and it has a charge of a negative 1. Okay, after we look at this, we are now going to go to the atomic number and mass number. atomic number and mass number. Under this, we have atoms of each element have a characteristics of protons in their nucleus. The number of protons in an atom is called the atomic number, and it is represented by letter Z. That Z which is in brackets. This is the symbol for the atomic number. It is said atoms of each element have a characteristic number of protons in their nucleus. The number of protons in an atom is called the atomic number of the element. Since atoms are electrically neutral, the atomic number is also equal to the number of electrons around the nucleus. If we go back to our structure here, we have this is the nucleus, and we also have electrons in this. The number of protons in here is equal to the number of electrons in this atom which we have there. We are given that atomic number is equals to number of protons also equals to the number of electrons. It is very useful to remember that protons and neutrons have almost equal masses. Protons and neutrons make up most of the mass of an atom, which means the greater part of the mass of an atom is concentrated in the nucleus. When you go to an atom, the greater mass of an atom, it is concentrated in the nucleus, which means the nucleus is the one which holds the bigger part of the atom. Okay, let's move on. The greater the number of protons and neutrons in an atom, the greater the mass of the atom. The total number of protons and neutrons in an atom is called the mass number, represented by the symbol A. If we go back to the atom which we had here, this atom, the combination of protons and neutrons is also called the mass number of an atom. If the number of neutrons is represented as n, the number of an atom can be calculated using the formula A equals Z plus n. What do those letters mean? A means mass number is equals to number of protons represented by letter Z plus number of neutrons represented by letter n. Okay, let's look at an example. Okay, the example is as sodium has atomic number 11. If sodium has 12 neutrons, calculate the mass number of sodium. So we are going to apply the formula, which is mass number equals number of protons plus number of neutrons. Sodium, we are told sodium has atomic number 11 and it has 12 neutrons. So we know the number of protons is the same as the atomic number, which is 11, and the number of neutrons, which is 12. If we add the two, we are going to get 23. So therefore, the mass number of sodium is 23.